Final destination. We mean it this time. It's not really tarot unless you show the death card cliche. Opening credits kill shadowing has gotten so out of hand they might as well include spoiler warnings. Bro fisting. These guys missed their fist bumps 2 times in a row, but they used this take anyway. No subtlety here. Tackling your girlfriend.
Okay, come on, it won't kill us to get a deep-fried Snickers and a Coke.
Deep-fried Snickers. Also, this horrific roller coaster tragedy is brought to you by Coke. Creep-shotting before it was creepy.
These are for the yearbook, and I have to turn them in tomorrow to make a deadline and—
Way to wait until the last minute, Wendy. Never mind for a minute that Wendy being on the yearbook staff is never brought up again, or that we see in one of the very next scenes that the yearbook has already been published. All she's really doing is taking pictures of her own friend group, which is not only shallow, but makes for pretty lame yearbook content for anyone else. Speaking of this camera, they've got this sound effect like it's an old-timey flash powder bulb or something. Digital cameras don't even make sounds that aren't digital. What the hell is in this jar?
I'm breaking up with him. A couple of weeks after graduation.
Scheduling your breakup.
alright, so I'm a total whore.
You said it, not me. Whale Tales. Ambiguously erotic carnival games. All of my cringe.
You're not a senior. And what are you gonna do about it, Miss Cutest Couple, rah?
This chick rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's 3. That is 3. Number 3.
Discount Rod Tidwell.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
Tony Todd returns as the voice of the devil, which is badass, but unfortunately not as his iconic character, Bloodworth the Mortician. I don't blame him for not wanting to be that involved, though, and nothing's going to stop this obligatory sin removal.
They say the real fear with these rides comes from the feeling of having no control.
Wendy's boyfriend is sympathetic, loving, and kind? Yeah, he's totally gonna die.
Man, you guys are smoking hot.
The 1980s called. They want their creepy sexual predator downplayed as a lovable hornball in teen sex comedies back.
A roller coaster is just elemental physics, a conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy.
Nobody asked. Token goth couple.
Yeah, odds are like 1 in 250 million of dying on a roller coaster.
All goths are obsessed with death cliche.
It's old school. Frankie Cheeks is old school, ladies.
Frankie Cheeks. Referring to yourself in the third person.
Fuck that. I'm going to Berkeley, and I won't get to do this for a while. I'm sitting in the front.
They don't have roller coasters in Berkeley?
Alright, you know what? We'll just settle this like real men. How about that?
Wendy's asshole friends argue right in front of her over who has to babysit her, while obliviously holding up the entire line. There's no crying on roller coasters.
Hey! Meet you at the end.
Oh yeah, so dead. Kids.
Dare you to flash me them sweet, sweet titties when we go through the loop?
Yo, what? You can't read?
Yeah, I think it says arrogant ride attendant needs to get his ass kicked.
Here you go!
Behold, the most coveted job at the carnival. The button pusher. The famous roller coaster crash scene, while admittedly terrifying in concept, relies so heavily on inaccuracies that it's basically impossible to believe. This scene has been thoroughly debunked on the interwebs, so I won't nitpick it here. I'll just add 5 cents and say movie is a dick to physics.
Man, please, can you please control that bitch? Man, she's just trying to get some fucking attention.
That's sexist.
Oh man, fuck you!
That's for some bullshit you pull later.
Hey, let me out.
Nobody else gets off this ride!
Why does this guy care if anyone gets off the ride? It's not like an airline where they have a schedule to keep. No, it's just ride or die!
The tracks are broken! Stop it!
This fucking guy. I get the feeling this guy's a former cop who got fired for using excessive force, and he figured a job at Carnival security would be a great way to beat the shit out of kids and get away with it. Where is your God now? Characters' feelings of hopelessness are symbolized by a gloomy rainstorm cliche. This well-intentioned makeshift memorial left burning unattended only serves to threaten further loss of student life. Needlessly standing in the pouring rain for dramatic effect.
How pathetic is it that my last name is the same as my high school?
About as pathetic as you being about to graduate and only just now realizing this. Also name shadowing.
Found out about this high school French class from New York 6 years ago, and on takeoff, Flight 180 blew up.
How are people in this story not already aware of Flight 180? It was presumably one of the worst aviation disasters in US history. It happened very recently, and it was even in the same geographic region as this film's events. Are these people living under a rock?
Everyone who got off that plane started dying in weird accidents. They died in the order they would have if they'd stayed on the plane.
So unlike Final Destination 2, this movie has no direct connections to the first film, other than copying its story entirely.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, fuck you. As if these two looks-obsessed skinny bitches would be drinking these giant sugary slushy drinks.
I just want to make sure that we look our best. Yeah. You know, for all those kids that died that night, we'll never get a graduation.
Taking one for the team. See, guys, it's not that hard. Also, that's what she said. What is up with this bathroom that has 2 doorways and basically functions as a hallway?
You're all I have left.
Skip.
Can I use the school camera for graduation tonight? As long as you bring it back to school on Monday.
How can she bring it back to school on Monday if graduation is tonight? Graduation is at the end of the school year and nobody's going back on Monday.
In a hurry, Yuri.
Sorry. Cell phone signal is shit in here. I think that ain't bad to mess with signal.
Ethnic stereotypes. Also, this horrific being burned alive double kill scene is brought to you by Coca-Cola products. Hey, don't drag Joey Ramone into this. Sudden indoor weather change in a horror movie cliche. If the device should never be set above 250, then why is it even possible to do so?
I forgot my iPod. Sucks, bitch. They got CDs.
Movie becomes an unintentional period piece with instantly dated references to iPods, CDs, PSPs, Motorola Razors, and so on.
Why are you wearing underwear?
Steinmetz says he gets off on tan lines.
Tan line fetish. Movie misses opportunity to use this actually good song as the theme for the kill scenes, instead using the uninspired song choice we'll hear later, much like the inclusion of the snore-inducing Rocky Mountain High in the first film. Sure, it might have thematic significance, but what difference does it make if the song sucks? Sure, playing Love Roller Coaster definitely falls into the too soon category, but these two chicks obliviously rocking out to this song that others would find offensive fit so perfectly within their characters' own self-centered little worlds that I'm not even mad. This weird forced perspective.
Hello?
Hey, Ashley, it's Wendy.
Psych. Leave a message.
Trick voicemail greetings.
Sorry I was too late.
Potentially incriminating yourself. Say what you will about Final Destination, its ability to turn something innocuous into something that plagues a generation's nightmares overnight can't be diminished. I guarantee there are people to this day who won't ride a roller coaster or go tanning because of this movie. How many other franchises have that kind of influence? That's the kind of truly effective horror that gets under your skin and won't let go. Also, much of the criticism of the third film deals with the over-the-top, ridiculous, and even silly nature of its gory death scenes. But this scene is not played for laughs. This shit is goddamn terrifying, and it proves that Final D can bring in the horror even if most of the time it chooses not to. This legendary match cut. Wait, Ashlyn and Ashley? I think there's some kind of ashes to ashes correlation here, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
Equal? In death size? All of us? How can you say that?
Using a funeral as your personal soapbox.
Charlie Manson made it to 70. Osama,
let's go.
Still kicking.
Careful not to cut yourself on that edge, bro.
How could it possibly be your fault?
Seeing women is nothing but fun bags.
How is this asshole not dead yet? Predator van.
I thought maybe he's been with me since.
Skip. Movie misses another opportunity to film this scene at night. There's nothing spooky about a graveyard in broad daylight. I know they just got out of the funeral, but how hard would it have been to just have these two meet here later instead? Then they could show a full moon, creepy fog, sudden noises in the dark, and any number of other cliches. This is doing horror wrong. No context, Abraham Lincoln.
The photographic plate was broken, causing a line that can't be removed. Exactly where he was shot.
Lincoln was shot behind the left ear. Try again, Wendy. Too soon.
Watch out!
Teenage drivers.
SpongeBob lives underwater.
It's so sad that you know that.
SpongeBob shaming.
All right!
If you do this, fuck you. Since when does death make its presence known by glitching out electronic devices? Even if this counts as a premonition, it has no relation to the manner in which Frankie is about to die. I think this might be the moment that the franchise officially started running out of ideas.
There is someone walking behind you.
The first of several times we hear this movie's slow, boring kill theme song. There's not even anyone walking behind anything in this scene. If they just wanted a something something behind you song lyric to be featured, there are many other songs they could have chosen that weren't this uninspired.
Pull up, man! Come on, pull up!
Being an asshole for no reason. Worst drive-through ever. And nothing of value was lost. Brain scare.
We're all done here.
These guys are calling it a day, but there's still brain goo splattered all over back there.
We can walk to my house and then
I'll give you a ride to yours.
Just casually walking home with our brain-splattered pants. Not that these two guys would care. Ew, brains.
It's better not knowing.
No, it's never better staying ignorant. Willful ignorance is surrendering control.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
I was gonna ask her to marry me. Right after graduation.
You dodged a bullet, bro.
No, wait. This picture shows how he died.
This picture holds the key to the mystery. Can we zoom and enhance, please?
What about willful ignorance?
Well, I'm full of shit, all right?
You said it, not me.
I mean, there's nothing like up my ass or anything, right?
Check the deleted scenes.
You on crack. Both of them. Just listen, okay?
Desperately trying to warn the next victim, but they don't believe you because they're totally going to die in this scene cliché. Really? A bunch of deadly shit that are all red herrings in a Final Destination kill scene cliché.
You ain't afraid of no death. Fuck death.
Tempting fate.
Fucking death.
The unchecked homoerotic sexual tension in this scene is palpable.
What I tell you, Kevin, huh? Fuck death. I just win. That's all I know how to do, Kevin.
Premature celebration.
I just wanted to stop.
Skippity skip. Call of Duty Modern Hardware. Future serial killers of America.
Hi! It's Winnie and Kevin.
What a couple of assholes.
Come over here. You are gonna trip when you hear this.
You'd better come take a look at this cliché. Creepily flickering lights in a horror movie cliché. Oh, never mind, it's just this prick. Why are all of the main cast members insufferable assholes? Even our two leads are barely even likable. Why doesn't this movie give us anyone worth rooting for?
We're biological entities, and death is just the end of biological function. It's as simple as that.
Just shut up and finish stocking those shelves. Why the hell are these two still working anyway? The store is closed and everyone else has gone home. Is this just what they do in their spare time?
Newton says that every action...
Quoting Newton. This guy's arrogantly incessant, pseudo-intellectual hipster bullshit is pushing me over the edge. And I thought Frankie Cheeks was annoying. Deadly shit everywhere, but it's all red herrings cliché. I know I already sinned the movie for this, and this is Final D's signature style at this point, but when you have every kill scene play out the same way, it starts to undercut the tension and become a bit predictable. Ian will, for the rest of the movie, blame Wendy for Erin's death, even though it's his own stupid-ass modified nail gun that killed her. I think because Death isn't portrayed as an actual physical villain, they feel the need to always have a secondary antagonist. Final D's gonna D, I guess.
I didn't say anything. I mean, I think they were trying to scare us into saying something, but they had nothing to keep me there.
These two are shown walking out of the police station, talking about being interrogated, but they didn't even bother to film that. A prime example of the tell-don't-show school of lazy screenwriting.
10 hours they had us in there.
Movie expects us to believe this tough guy was grilled by cops all night and didn't crack under the pressure, and yet he looks like he just came out of the makeup trailer. Zoom and enhance cliché.
Like a firework went off in my face?
No, not really.
There is someone walking behind you.
Driving behind you. Parking like an asshole. Sparkler fight. Don't you guys have any Roman candles?
Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but you can't be here, okay? The viewing site is over there. You too, sir, come on.
What about all these people?
Let me explain this to you.
Saying what we're all thinking. She survives this. Oh, thank God, that's all over. Oh, come on. Stealing. She fucking survives this too. He fucking survives this. And this.
I'm not dying. I'm not dying!
Tempting fate.
You see? I'm not gonna die!
Premature celebration. Movie waited an hour and 19 minutes before killing this prick.
Hey, what about that great curry place? Didn't we get off at Booth?
Oh, you mean Gupta's? You get off at Oswald.
Booth? Oswald? I could send these presidential assassination references for being heavy-handed and obvious, but they're just so out of context at this point. So why not both? Subway musicians.
There is someone walking behind you.
This acoustic folk remix is just making a bad song worse. So subtle.
The next stop is the end of the line.
Tony Todd's additional cameo as the voice of the evil train conductor is forcing me to remove yet another sin. This is for Tony, not the movie, damn it. Face painting sports fanatics. Wasting delicious candy. If you do this, or this, fuck you.
Hey, I want you to meet my roommate and my friend. Yeah.
What a great time to introduce new characters, with 5 minutes left in the movie.
What are you doing here?
Creeper alert! How is Kevin being here not seen as anything but stalkery? Everyone dies in a Final Destination movie cliche. Cinematic showers of sparks because movie. I said everyone dies. This includes you, Wendy.
Join hands, start a love train.
This terrible shitty cover song.